Right. And looks like we're getting right into winners finals here.
Yeah, we moving right along here.
Oh, maybe we're not. Oh, it's best of 5. That was the clarification.
Doing best of 5 for winners finals. Every TO's nightmare now is that, of course, we're going to get, in Grands, we're going to get the freaking 10-game reset.
Which, you know,
would suck.
exactly.
As a TO,
I'd
my
imagine
worst
you're
nightmare.
quite familiar with that.
Yeah, yeah, and also, I mean, but the thing is with Randubs, I mean, as I think everyone has been noticing, Randubs typically goes just faster because there's the gap between teams can be like so just vast with the players, with the character selections. Like that game, the last game we saw actually did take a little bit, but a lot of these games have gone pretty quick.
Right. When you're getting to that kind of like scramble nervousness, a lot of people will play a lot more careful in the 1v1s. But in like 2v1s or 2v2s, stocks can fly in especially in doubles. But
okay, definitely liking the JDV JoJo and JoJo very experienced with Lucina. Don't know if JDV has anything, has a Diddy.
It looks like he at least like, obviously as a good player, you want to at least understand basic flow charts. And he did go for the down throw dare, which is something you do tend to see a lot from Diddy, but it didn't hit, so I'd imagine he's not familiar with actually hitting it. So a lot of the divide between your decent characters and your good or great characters is how familiar you are with actually hitting those instead of just being familiar with them.
And then Plant, a very niche, weird, like, trap character. I don't know, like, they have some standard stuff, but, like, to be good with them, I mean, they are heavy, so, like, that's good. And if you know how to use Batui at least and not hit your partner with it, that's kind of all you need.
Right.
And then Isabel, just not a very good character generally, and, like, kind of, I don't know. I don't see them really as a super, super good doubles teammate, but could be proven wrong.
Yeah, definitely the edge probably going to JoJo and JDV on this one, but we'll see how well they can manage, because in that kind of situation, like, JoJo would probably carry having the most fundiest character and like the easiest to manage, but misspaces that up out of shield and eats a huge F smash for it.
Yeah, definitely. Plant has some scary moves in doubles if there's an opportunity to get those punishes.
Yeah, the amount of damage they can dish out if you can trap your opponent in one of those poison clouds.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The shield damage and just the raw damage.
Yeah, but Plant definitely does have a decent amount of mobility to be able to get around a lot of these setups. But they don't have the greatest disadvantage, which does make it harder to be in a 2v1.
And one of their saving grace is also just their recovery is so hard to deal with. Like, you just kind of have to respect it. Very difficult to kind of edge guard or gimp.
You do, but if you understand the angles that it can go in, which is more of a playing against character than a playing as character,
right.
Which is why those characters with pretty obvious flaws are a lot harder to play in like randoms and doubles, just because people will understand how to play against them more than they'll understand how to play as them. Which I think is definitely one of those flaws of both probably Isabel and Plant here. But what Seesaw's been putting in decent work, been utilizing a lot of his strong moves.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
JoJo
like
getting deleted there off the side. Hasn't really been able to use the fundies, the sword fundies too effectively this set.
Yeah, they're okay. Yeah, they are behind a little bit by like pretty much a full stock here.
Going for some of these FPs.
Oh my god, falls right into
shield.
another F smash.
Yeah, this is a pretty convincing lead here because JDV is on his last legs.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, nice up smash.
Ooh, if they had been able to convert that into a kill, that would have been huge for them. Those kinds of 2v1 short situations where your opponent's just stuck on their own while their opponent's being star KO'd.
Although if JDV can make this happen on... All right, it's like trying to choose. Are we going 2v1? Or are we going to try and edge guard Isabel here on the side? Oh, baited out the air dodge.
Ooh, that.
Just recovered in the middle there.
All right, huge back air. Well, I guess not huge, but the move itself is huge, but you didn't really need that strong of a hit to kill Diddy Kong in that scenario.
No.
Back throw into the up
Nice
air, yeah.
1-2.
Ooh. Oh, they still have the banana, too. Diddy's gone, but his banana lives on.
That's pretty funny. Just holding on to it.
Banana's gone now, though. Farewell, banana. We hardly knew you.
We hardly knew you.
But this is just a both. Oh yeah, the dash attack. I was gonna say both characters have kill throws that'll definitely take this Lucina stock, but just the punish on the throw will take that first game for H4 and Seesaw.
A little unexpected, honestly. I was definitely favoring Team JDV JoJo just with their character picks, but just goes to show Heavy's pretty good. And, you know, I think Isabel's one of those characters, even though they're not very good. A lot of top players randomly like, a lot of people like Isabel.
Right.
You know, I see a lot of chatter, like, even if she's not great, she's fun to play, and a lot of people put a little time into her. Okay. Palu, just, I mean, again, Fundies, for sure JoJo's going to have some Palu knowledge and just gameplay ability. Hero, one of those weird characters where, like, tons of niche tech, but also you can just kind of play them like a sortie.
Yeah, sometimes you will just delete your opponents.
Yeah, and you will just get stuff. You can just be a top decking, you know, silly hero. And then interesting for the Luigi, obviously Wolf is Wolf, but like Luigi, do we know how to get those up B confirms? Are we comfortable with some of the combo game?
It looked like he tried for it there.
Yeah.
It looks like it probably would have hit if he had a little bit of better timing on it, but it seems like he might be knowing what he is. Oh.
I wasn't looking at the other side of the screen.
I wasn't either.
Was that like an unforced SD?
I think so. Oh, no. Oh.
I like the random just side B. Ooh, up smash going to take that pretty convincingly.
Yeah. Seems like H4 knows what he's doing with Fox here. Seems like...
Oh, yeah, it's Fox.
Yeah, it's
Wolf.
Fox. Seems like Seesaw has a general idea of what to do with Luigi, understanding his strong aerials. Because Luigi, obviously very well known for the 0 to death, and like the really strong confirms, but he does have the normals to like play a very normal kind of game.
And there are Luigis whose style isn't even 0 to death based. Oh, was looking for the hold there. I like that idea, just holding to see if your partner can come in for a confirm.
Yeah, I think the idea behind that sometimes. Ooh, no jump there for Luigi though. I think the idea behind it sometimes is obviously most of the time when you're trying to punish your opponent throwing your teammate, you want to react to like the throw animation. But the animation of a grab release is so slow, or is so fast afterwards, that, oh wow, while I was talking, this is suddenly totally shifted into JoJo and JDV's favor.
That was just an interesting little reflect interaction off of the reflect from the Sacred Flame.
But what I was saying is, one thing about like using throws while you're in a 1v2 is, I'm not getting a moment to speak. These stocks are melting away. Oh, man.
The back and forth, the ping pong action.
All right.
Okay, up smash,
big
gonna
up
take
smash.
that.
Ooh, counters off, though. Definitely wanted to try to take that stock. I saw a bit of a teabag there
little
from
bit of a
JoJo.
teabag.
Yeah. Ooh, big kaboom. Fox is pretty light, but I think it...
We love to see. I like the run-in option there. Run-in up smash.
That hero is glowing. That hero was glowing. Ooh.
I was gonna say down to a 1v1v1, but in that situation, love to hear the mid-game smack talk.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
So we will be marching right along into Game 3 here. It seems like, I'm not sure if they're going all random stage or if they're just going all PS2. I imagine PS2.
Yeah, I mean, how many have we seen any other? Have we seen any other stage selections so far? I don't know. If
There
we
was,
have.
I think, in the first set there was a Hollow Bastion, but that was when they were picking random, I believe, and now I think they're just picking PS2. So I don't know much. Both of them jab comboing their opponents right into the middle.
Yeah.
Seesaw has a young Link.
Okay.
It's not like well known and it's very matchup specific, but he knows how to play the character. He understands maybe not all the setups, but he understands at least the general flowchart of the character. So.
And then I know nothing about I definitely know nothing about the H4 Mewtwo. Sora, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that JDV doesn't have a lot of Sora experience, but you can, even though you need the knowledge to do the cool Sora stuff, Sora just has up air, back air, like F smash, and like if you can get some of those, this has some really strong single hits that as long as you can land those, you're cooking.
Yeah, some of them, but it seems like JDV, I saw a lot of like very questionable like confirm attempts from JDV, like a Nair into up B that didn't really connect. So he might not have the best idea, but he's definitely trying to piece it together.
And then the JoJo, so Inkling, kind of weird character, but definitely like you can play it there. I'd say like generally a Fundies character, just with a lot of good aerials, and you know everyone knows about up throw, up air as a confirm. So. Pretty straightforward character.
Oh my gosh.
You know how to land your roller confirms. That's also helpful.
I was saying, well, I wasn't saying, but I was thinking, this game, right at the beginning, the percents were definitely favoring JoJo and JDV, just because they were both at like mid-percent, and H4 and Seesaw were both at high percent. But now they are pulling about a full stock lead in this game right now. So we'll see if they can pull it together. Oh, they are extending it a little.
H4
oh, they are extending it a lot.
And yeah, Rage Mewtwo, pretty scary. H4 just being really intelligent with kind of doing a little bit of like off-stage.
Ooh, they're both zoning here on the right.
Chilling. Ooh, nice follow-up there. You love the Shadow Ball into fair. Great confirm.
Yeah, JDV actually, like, looking at the Sora, it doesn't seem that comfortable. He's definitely not, like, approaching in the greatest ways. He's not using his spells as effectively, but again, when you're not understanding Sora that well, you're gonna often do a lot of the wrong things, because he's one of those very specialist characters. Ooh, but that Thunder, very well placed. We'll take that stock. Now they're down to stock count only behind by 1, but they're both at very high percent. And you can see a little bit of the Young Link string there from Seesaw, but...
Ooh, nice F-tilt, hitting both of them. Running in there, looking for some offstage options.
Ooh, up smash down the Inkling. It's going to bring them 1 stock away from taking this game. And this accuracy on these projectiles. Ooh, back to ledge.
Very, very 40 chess move there with reading the jump, but
ooh, that F
air
throw,
dodge ready.
not quite. Next F throw probably will take it, but again, you don't always need just need a throw, even when both your characters have kill throws. When you can just box your opponent into a situation they can't get out of.
Going up 2 games to 1. This winner's finals best of 5 set.
I still say we still haven't seen like a bona fide main from anyone yet.
It's true.
We've seen some secondaries. We see some pretty proficient characters, but not a full-on main.
H4 gestating with his fingers at JoJo.
Oh! JDV Pac-Man!
JDV Pac-Man.
JDV Pac-Man!
That's really unfortunate for the other team. But now the pressure's on, man.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you lose this game,
yeah.
oh, but he's gimping this core, and that core's
that's
already gone.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to call it game set, because it's still double, so anything can happen. But, I mean, we're talking about, you know, one of the best Pac-Mans in North America.
The best player in this. Uh-oh. Oh, saving your teammate, though.
Yeah.
God. That Corrin is gone already. We're down to 1 stock on the Corrin.
I missed the second stock.
Another Corrin Gimp. That's a cheesable character. That recovery is very easy to hit, and it does not go very far.
JDV is only at 36%.
JDV is very good at this game,
So
and with his character. I'll say that much.
Oh, ooh, getting saved a little bit there, though.
Oh my God, this is
it's
falling
looking pretty
apart
brutal.
for them.
Looking pretty brutal. Regardless of if JoJo has, you know, the Isabel, doesn't, or not the Isabel, the
Rosa.
The Rosa, kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, you could probably. I wouldn't say JDV could just 3v6 this because you would be fighting a 2v1.
Yeah.
But as long as you had a person to throw at attacks every so often, I'm pretty sure JDV could confidently. Oh my God. Yeah. This is.
It's pretty brutal.
A little brutalized here on this game 4. Definitely what they need to get back into this set. All right, the Corrin hit slightly towards stage. Not gonna get gimped. Oh.
I like the idea.
Yeah,
there
I like the idea there, but he didn't need the third one, so he wasn't going to go for it. Ooh, I saw that attempted link into that up smash, but
yeah, we're kind of. I'm already starting to think about. We're looking at game 5, I think, probably here.
Most likely game 5.
Oh,
unless you start 2v1v1ing.
Yeah.
But this is a 3v1 right now. We got. Oh, there it is. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Dives to the up B.
Okay, well, you know, that just happens sometimes.
Yeah,
now,
shake it off.
Let's see if we get the reverse, though. And here's the other thing. Here's that we haven't seen yet. Anyone getting Insin isn't like getting your main, but is huge. Because all of these players.
All 4 of them have really good. Okay.
I know for a fact that all of them can play Insin. Obviously
H4,
Seesaw, but
H4
like all of them
probably
can.
the weakest of the 4, but
still
the
fine.
other 3, obviously Seesaw's main. JoJo's Incineroar
is very
not
good.
a joke. I want to see 4 Incineroars. Let's see it.
Oh
no! That is okay.
Really,
we got 4 heavy as hell characters, but that's the JoJo Incineroar.
Yeah,
and the
then
JDV
also Bowser, and definitely like Bowser, kind of a fundies character that's just really good in doubles, and like, yeah, so definitely the draw for sure.
Yeah, I'd imagine Seesaw very upset that both of his opponents have his 2 best characters.
Obviously, though, you know, the Rob and the Rob is kind of another one of those characters that a lot of people, know how to. Most players kind of know how to pilot Rob.
Right.
Just really good buttons. Nair is really good. Gyro is really good. K-Rool, a little bit of a funny, silly character, but also pretty simple and straightforward to play in a double situation. So with all our chutzpah about it being crazy, like, I mean, look at the stocks and the percentages. Like, it's pretty even.
Oh, yeah. Still even.
Still even. Both people losing their same first stock pretty much immediately at the same time.
Yeah, the big advantage here, or the big advantage that H4 and Seesaw can leverage is they do have. There are 3 characters with extremely bad disadvantages, and 1 character with a kind of bad disadvantage, but a really, really good advantage in Rob. Which, if you can leverage that really well in this situation, you'll be able to take this pretty well. But
F-Tilt gonna delete that stock.
Just there. H4 a little too overzealous on that ledge trap. Just rolling right past the F-Smash and very easily getting snuffed out there. So they got to take this Bowser stock if they want to get back into this game, because Seesaw's Rob is not doing well right now.
And Bowser at 115 isn't even really a kill percent. I mean, maybe like a raw, a couple moves, but generally speaking, this boy be living a long time.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably set up into something with a Rob throw. But
I like the try.
Punching the up B there. But I mean, ooh, yeah, that's a full stock lead for JoJo and JDV. But Incineroar, very high percent. Bad DI on one of these up airs. A big strong back air.
Definitely could even it up.
Back throw into something. An edge guard.
Oh, I like that. Oh, still up the side beyond deck.
A little too interrupted, but the Nair sends off the side.
Yeah, I'm
no,
surprised
it's still
that
pretty
killed.
even. Definitely don't want to, because that's another issue in this kind of situation, because everyone's playing such big and heavy characters. If you let your opponent get 2v1, if you let your teammate get 2v1, they're going to take a massive punish. So, favorite going, oh no. Seesaw goes a little too low and doesn't recover, but again, it's still pretty close to even. A lot of very vulnerable characters. Everyone pretty easy to edge guard. Pretty easy. I wouldn't say easy to kill, but very easy to get a lot of hits on to lead into a kill. But
Bowser just kind of chilling for. Oh, nice down air.
yeah, Rob pretty heavy, but a lot of good hits are going to take the stock right here. Already sitting at 108, and this Bowser has been living too long. Yeah. Yeah, just getting these little minor hits on him. Ooh, parries
Nice
the back
parry.
air, but that's a raw back air. You're not going to be able to punish that. Ooh, I think. Oh no, that was an SD. Or either an SD or a GIMP from JoJo, and they're in this.
Oh, and they are really in it.
Okay, they're in it, but they are both in danger. They are both
this
at high
is so
percent.
interesting because we've got a one-stock situation across the board,
Yeah.
but someone with very low percent. Obviously, an Ensign, a lot of stuff, is going to
Yeah,
kill
yeah,
like
that,
an up smash.
That becomes in his favor if he gets any kill. And now,
And
one of Jonas's best characters against H4's K-Rool. Can he do it?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people love K-Rool, soft spot in their hearts.
God,
for him.
they're both being really delicate, but JoJo kind of getting pushed into the corner.
The thing is, K-Rool is like enough.
Ooh,
There's
back
enough
throw.
fundy
This
stuff
is,
with
this is
K-Rool.
gimpable. This is gimpable.
Yeah, not gonna.
Yeah, that's
kill
not gonna
yet
kill,
on that
but
side.
now you're in exactly the situation you want to be in, because you're kind of taking center. You're not letting your opponent really get in there. You have a lot of opportunity to get like a big strong back air or a side B. All right, the side B armor comes in, but now you don't have crown here.
Oh,
and
yeah,
now he
gonna
has
grab the crown.
Reflects
Ooh,
it.
That would have been scary.
Oh
the F
God!
smash!
Really?
The F smash, the raw F smash.
Baiting the perfect pullback to get around the F.
Oh
the fair.
my God. The raw F smash just gonna do it from corner to corner, gonna pull it out.
Oh my God. We got the better player chance coming on in the venue.
Oh my God.
Ooh, the big punish on this up. A lot of that. So obviously a very fun character, but if you're getting too into it, there were a lot of times where JoJo just got his uppies punished and died for it. Which you have to be wary about throwing out really punishable things, especially in doubles. Yeah, that was yeah. And this is when the hero's glowing a lot, but
Yeah, it was a really quite a back and forth set. Definitely I love how it ended too with a lot of heavies. Feels like the appropriate way to have to send off the set.
exactly.
And obviously this game
This game was
a little
a
silly.
beat down. But yeah,
Stock's just getting deleted
that's
there.
just sometimes the draw you get in Randubs. I assume a lot of people understand, like, oh my God. Maybe, okay, I imagine he was probably reaching for, or trying to read like a spot dodge with that kind of F smash. Because that's the kind of situation you want to throw those out, when you're reading like a spot dodge or a roll.
Right.
And when you dash attack in, obviously you're scared of getting back thrown. So he probably was expecting him to spot dodge, but even though he didn't really cover himself for what he thought the K-Rool was going to do.
Yeah, what a move to, and you know, it was kind of a Hail Mary because obviously if that F smash is charged for too long or just gets like, that's a on block, you're just dead there. So
Exactly.
it was an all or nothing fourth quarter end of the game QB sneak type maneuver, and just it pulled out. And that's why we had the chance in the venue of the better
Exactly.
player. People making it known. And you could see both players standing up. JoJo was not happy with that.
No,
that
I
end result.
can't imagine. Like over the course of the set, your teammate gets their best character. You get arguably one of your maybe top 3, top 4 best characters, and you still end up losing the set. That is
Stings a
grounds
little
for
bit.
a best player chance, for a better player
Stings
chance.
a little bit.